Okay. All right. Listen, try to be on time. We said 7 p.m. EST, and it is currently 7 p.m. EST. Preacher's out of breath because he was running to make it.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do, bro.
That's right. Guys, we're really excited. I personally am, because today's show is going to be a little bit of everything. We're going to run around, cover some stories that we covered before with minor updates, and then also talk about some of the smaller stories that you guys may have not heard of. All right. But people have been DMing me, yo, you guys heard about this? People send me Akaash posts every day. I got a bit of Akaash fatigue, all these people, we got to save him. I ain't saving nobody. I wouldn't try to help. I thought,
people want you to save him?
Some people do this whole thing where they see a dude being treated like garbage, and then they want to save him or some shit.
You don't want to save people?
Yeah. The people who don't have a captain save a hoe mentality, they got a captain save a nigga.
Yeah.
Y'all say now y'all not gay, but it's kind of sus. At the same time, I just don't feel bad for him. So I'd be lying.
No, I know you don't.
What's there to feel bad about?
I ain't mad at you.
What's there to feel bad about? He knew what he was getting into early on. He chose it, and if he gets treated like garbage, then that's his decision.
Know? Or was he blinded by the lights?
I just say, I'm not going to be over here being like, he's a grown man, almost 40. Actually,
I don't know how old he is.
At some point, you got to just let people make their dumb fucking decisions, all right? But he decided to get on a stand-up comedy set, and the internet been fine, so people bought tickets to hate on him, and they recorded what he had to say about his wife. And so we're going to just take a quick second to listen to that, all right? Do you want to save Akaash? That sounds so gay.
But do you want
to? All right. Do you?
I don't care.
Wow. You have no feelings. You're indifferent. Indifference is worse than
what
I do.
I think it is.
Like me, I would look at someone who's like, save me. I'd be like, hell no. You would just pretend they didn't exist. Now, which one's worse?
I'm not going to pretend you don't exist. I'm clearly not pretending that he doesn't exist.
All right.
I'd just be like, camera up. I'd be just like, help me.
I think that's worse. That's so much worse.
I'm not saying it's better. I'm not saying it's better. I'm just saying, especially if I told you, or it was like you're grown, like you said, you're a grown ass person, and it's clearly troubled waters. It's troubled waters, and you went there anyways. And it's like, well, all right. And before I went, that's the thing, is that in a vacuum, it looks like, oh, you're cold-hearted.
Yeah.
But if someone was swimming in like troubled waters, and while they were swimming in the troubled waters, they would be like, yo, look at me. I'm the best swimmer in the world. I could outswim anybody out here. I can outswim everybody. What? Look, this easy work. Well, my swimming technique is better than yours. And then later on in the afternoon, you kind of drowning? I'm like, it was bragging so much and shit. So, of course not. I'm not that cold-hearted. That's not true. That's bullshit. I would extend a hand to
I
the
believe
person.
that whole story. I didn't even doubt it for a second. All right, we're going to adjust your seat. Now they're going to think you're a dwarf if you keep going down. All right, here we go. Let's listen to this.
Let's go.
It's only 2 minutes, guys, so it'll be short.
Cool. Let's go.
Talking about, again, I don't think these narratives, people calling your wife a gold digger and a whore and all these other things, it's a shitty thing. So I'm going to tell one story that I have never even told her. Honestly, she has no idea of this.
Okay, so some of you might be struggling to hear, because again, this is audio from a giant room. Essentially, he's like, it's really shitty for people to call his wife a hoe and a gold digger, which I agree. If it wasn't true, but it is. So,
the story. My wife and I met in 2014. I was not making much money. I was getting $25 a night doing stand-up. I was on MTV shows that paid dog shit money. If she was a gold digger, I didn't even have 10 to get the bitch, to be honest. But then in 2018, I went flat fucking broke. 34 years old, I probably made $4,000 that entire year. And we couldn't even afford the living room we lived in New York City. We had to move out of that apartment and move to New Jersey. And what's even sadder than moving to New Jersey is I had to save up money to move to New Jersey. So we had to stay on her friend's couch for almost a month. We were basically homeless for a month. So I could save money to move to New Jersey. And I remember the night before we went to the couch, we had to stay in my our apartment illegally. We were supposed to have been out by like 12 p.m. We moved everything out, but we didn't have a place to stay, so we had to stay there that night. It was just me and her sleeping on a hardwood floor. I'm 34 years old. She's 25 years old. I'm looking at this girl like, man, you could go be with an Indian who's a doctor, like a real Indian. You're a beautiful girl. You have so much ahead of you. Me, I don't know what my life is going to be. I'm 34. I'm fucking broke. This dream might not ever happen, but I'm too fucking moronic to quit. And I have nothing to give her. It's just a light jacket. It's like October. We have nothing. So I hand her the jacket, and then she said, what's this for? I said, you can use that as a pillow. And then she goes, well, what are you going to use? And I said, I'll figure it out. She handed me back the jacket. She goes, you take this. And then she laid with her head on my chest and her arm around me the entire night. And I remember thinking in that moment, this is why I haven't shared this with her, because I remember thinking, I don't know if I'm going to be able to marry this girl because I'm so broken. I'm in such a bad place and it's a dark fucking time in my life. But I know I will never find a girl that loves me this much ever again. And I will never find a girl who rides for me this hard ever again.
I should have watched this before.
Why?
I was wondering where this was going. So what? She's like, she's amazing because she used his chest as a pillow instead of a jacket.
No, you're missing the point.
She stood by him when he was struggling.
You're missing the point.
Well, tell me.
This comedy is supposed to be funny.
That was, but I think I was the only one laughing at that part when I realized what the story was.
I'm sorry. No, that was not cool.
I'm gonna be honest with you. All right, I've laid my head on a jacket before. My girl's titties feel way better. I don't think she was doing you a big solid. I just think it's more comfortable.
No, it's cute.
It's cute.
It's cute.
But it's also more comfortable. Like he asking like she slept on a bed of nails so he could have a jacket. That's what this story sounds like. And it's like, no, she slept on your chest because it's more comfy. And she's like, hey, you can have this jacket.
Yeah, you don't want to sleep on a jacket that went outside.
Oh, yeah.
Like your jacket's been outside all day long. Like it's going to fuck up my skin.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We don't have cash for my routine, but at least I'm not going to fuck up my skin.
I was not expecting that. But,
no, it's cute.
It's a cute story.
I think it's a cute story.
It's a cute story.
I think it's a cute story.
Now,
and he was trying to prove that she was not a gold digger.
I hate that I know too much about this person now because of all the clips that are everywhere. But he had a lot of, and like it's a stand-up set, so half of the stories are not true. I don't know why he lied about being broke when he met her, because I used to think that was the case, and it turns out the dude was making six figures when they met.
When they met, but he's not talking about when they met. It's after they met. When he got poor is a bit after they met. So they met, he was all right, and then after that he was making six figures.
Stay there that night. It was just me and her to New Jersey. I was on all these other things. I met in 2014. I was not making much money. I was getting
much money. I was getting $25
a night doing stand-up. I was on MTV shows that paid dog shit money. If she was a gold digger, I didn't even have 10 to get.
Okay, so the story that he just told is he met her. He was making almost no money. Then the MTV shows got canceled, and he was making $4K a year.
Yeah, but the thing that happened is that the six-figure thing there,
Go ahead.
The low six figure or
he said six figures. 2014, six figures. I don't care where you are. That's good money.
In New York?
Even in New York, that's good money. Nigga, half the people in New York live there making half that amount.
Fair.
2014, low six figures is not something to be scoffed out.
2014, so six figures, it was not that.
Yeah, it's not today. Hold up, wait.
It's not today.
Hold up, wait. See,
I'm not gonna try to analyze all this. Like it's nitpicking on things that are relevant to me.
I disagree completely. And here,
what do you disagree about?
Because I think it matters. Because I think he's doing the PR thing.
But it turns out, according to her, when the money dried up, it caused a ton of fights. She got really stressed out about it, and she had a giant fight with his mom, and then left to India. And then it sounds like when it was stressful,
making crazy money. I had like 7 MTV shows. I wasn't making crazy money. I was making like low six figures. But my girlfriend at the time, She moved into our place, and then all of a sudden, end of 2017, all the shows started suddenly getting canceled one by one. I'm going broke. So 2018, we're doing Flagrant. My wife, financially anxious person, is like, what is going on? Like, we're talking about getting married? Is this what it's going to...
That's what I'm saying with nitpicking on things, because they're calling it a gold digger. Low six figures to gold digger is not much. Not the gold digging people that I know. But then again,
I don't disagree. I actually agree with you on that point.
Then wait, that's the normal gold digging people. You have to add a Indian gold digger on top of that.
Well, hold on. Okay, it's a balance. You are early 30s making low six figures as an entertainer. You are top 1%.
Yes, but
period.
Gold digger. The keyword is gold digger. And why I'm saying, oh shit, preacher said Indian gold digger, that's good. No, because I think that even culturally, different countries, the gold digging is going to be even more, because they're going to feel like their parents and their parents need someone to be like already out there. Like, it's already a thing, and he makes comedy about that you know, in order for your family or for your daughter to be able, he has to marry like a doctor. That's not even gold digging status. That's basic. What does he do? He has to be a doctor. You know, whereas some of the people culturally is like, what does he do? Oh, he works in sales. Okay. So if your base is doctor, he has to be a doctor, someone that makes money. The people that are going to be considered gold diggers are going to be even more than that. You understand what I'm saying?
Just because somebody digs more gold than her doesn't mean she's not a gold digger.
No, the point that I'm trying to make is that I think that it's low six figures is low for gold digging for her. It would have to. That's why he's just like, I was just making low six figures, so she wouldn't be a gold digger. Gold diggers would be like a little bit.
I disagree. I think all that gold digging title means is that you're looking at someone, their financial status, their money, and you're looking at someone in the top end brackets, and that's what you're going for. That's gold digging to people. That's how people use it. You know, they're not looking at he's a top percenter. Now, you could say by Indian standards, whatever, most Indians are not marrying doctors or the equivalent.
Yeah, 100%.
They can have whatever standard. They marry regular ass niggas.
100%. But so I don't think, the thing is, what I'm trying to say basically is that she started from the bottom. Now she's here. She didn't start off like as a gold digger or a prime gold digger, but she worked her way up there. Definitely.
How did she work her way up?
By both different things. You could work your way up into being a gold digger by going out with someone that is an enabler. If you have a little mindset, but you can stop, okay, I'm not going to get there, and then it stops there. But if you're going out with someone that's giving or needs to prove something, now it gives, then you become that thing, because it becomes the norm.
Yeah, but their argument is that she was from the start, that she looked at his status, because they met at a comedy festival. The dude was doing good. He was already on television. Yeah, that's gold digging by any standard. Perfect. And now, the only reason I even brought this up is because when he's telling the story, if you listen to what he says that when they met, he was just making $25 a show. Which, yeah, but if you're doing
the thing is you can choose your truth there. You could be making six figures and still making shows at $25. Like right now, I am doing comedy shows at $25. You know what I mean?
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
So you could tell your story and be like, hey, back then I was just making $25. Yes, but you were always doing good. It's not because you're making $25, because the standard for you to just make those shows out there here and there is $25. You can also make some money.
Yes.
You can make six figures and make $25 shows.
Yeah, because you're just doing open mics or small shows at the club.
Because you need to test your material.
But I think the only thing that's just telling is, like, before he did this whole scandal, he was telling the story. We met. I was on MTV. We had a bad time. She stayed with me. Now, after this, when we met, I was broke. I was doing $25 shows. And the reason why he's having to lie about it or change the story up is to make her look better. That's all.
Well, he has to.
You don't have to do nothing. You're choosing that. You don't have to get up on stage and lie.
But you know what I mean by he has to. He doesn't have a gun into his tent.
Yeah.
Oh, I have to, or they're going to blow my head up. No, that's what I want mean by he has to. In order to fit whatever narrative he's trying to go with, he needs to lie.
Yeah.
If he want, because the big thing is to save his marriage and save this whole thing and do damage control, then you need to lie. If you damage control is another word for lying. PR is another word for lying.
I will say,
manipulation.
whenever these things happen,
manipulation.
these like scandals break out, I always tell myself, bro, 95% of this just goes away if you just admit it. They can only use it against you because you're pretending to be something you're not. Own it. And if you own it, all of it goes away. But you get on your pod, you yap like you big dog, and then that's why people keep coming back for more as they discover, because you're just not even
when.
And I just
You know
own
what?
it.
You know what? Even if it's not true, sometimes, not every time, you just be like, yeah, sure. Own it. Example. Preach is gay. Yes. Preach is 5'5". Yes.
Yes, own it.
Preach is fat. Yes.
Well, you don't want to argue with lies.
Yes.
That's a waste of time.
Then what? Then I become an underdog, and when you see me and you see the truth, you're like, oh shit, I really thought it was like, yes, I know. Because I didn't fight it.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I didn't think you were. I know, it's fine. It's fine. It's really fine. Yes. Yes. Oh my God.
Yeah, I know it's Thanksgiving. A lot of people are like, oh, the reason why Flagrant hasn't uploaded in 2 weeks or whatever. Listen, I'm sure they're just taking some time off and they'll get to it when they get to it. But I did think it was funny that she came back and she started to pod right away, and they haven't put out that ep. And ever since that ep, everything has been downvoted 50%. I didn't realize it would be that much dislike. I didn't think it would be that much flame for it. Because to me, even though the situation's hilarious and he is a bit of a cuck, I don't think it warranted all of that from their fan base, but apparently it does.
I guess.
I was surprised by that.
I guess. Yeah.
All right. This is the last clip from this whole saga. Then I'm not going to probably talk about it until they talk about it on the pod. But let's take a listen. This is from the latest podcast where they did after they came back from their trip right now.
Dog mom. And
Except when Akaash comes home from a very rough weekend, did like 3-4 shows, and she goes, "Can you walk happy?" Because I'm tired.
honestly, yes, retweet, but also Akaash hasn't been doing shit for Happy this week because he's been sick.
Oh
so
wait, also
whatever,
men
I'll
being
fucking deal.
sick. Men being sick, horrible.
I hate men
Why
being
do I
sick.
have to
It's the worst genre of man. They're so Neho,
Genre. Sorry, man. It's the worst genre of men. Yeah, what's your genre? Oh, I like pop. I like indie. I like hip hop. But I really dislike sick men. Like, it's a genre.
right,
it's not a genre. God forbid we catch a cold, bitch. Sorry.
Let's keep watching, man.
swear to God, the way this guy has been sleeping in his cocoon, like he's been hibernating, it's like you think he fucking came down with like fucking TB or something. Like girls, like this is a true story. Before I had my gallbladder emergency surgery, I was in so much pain, but I had an interview to do for journalism school for a project. And I was like, well, I should just get the interview done. I did the interview, then went to the emergency room. That's how fucking tough girls
Guys
are.
get like sissies truly when they're
stupid.
sick.
It depends on how you see it.
And that same girl,
If you have a gallbladder surgery and you're like, let me just do this, and maybe you're stupid. Maybe you're fucking dumb.
I know men are tough because Akaash tolerates you, and it's been 10 years. A bitch, you couldn't last 2 seconds in his shoes.
And you know what?
You had to be nice to him one day out of the year, and you were
it was
losing
his
your
birthday.
mind. He cucks for you every day and his birthday. Hey, that's real pain, bitch.
You know what? There's sometimes that men are stupid too. Like, we don't get you. It happens to me too. I'm not gonna be like, I'm super tough. No. I'm stupid sometimes and don't get checked. You got what? That's how much we're tough. No.
I refuse to feel bad for Akaash. He chose this bitch. That's his problem. Good Lord.
Like it's a little cold. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, can you please get me a blanket and soup? And of course I do that. I love my mans. But
I do it, but I'm like, here.
man up.
Man up. Yeah, get your fucking shit together. We got to go to Mew Mew on Sunday.
Yeah, we have plans,
Sundays
baby.
are for Mew Mew.
Oh my
For the house
God.
of Mew Mew. The house of God.
The House of Cards. No, I
The problem is this. Essentially is she is unsufferable. And that's not even being mean. It's just if you look at that and you're like, okay, that person is unsufferable, dislikable, whatever. And the problem that he has is that, oh, you're the reason she's like that because you're excusing everything she does. And you kind of have no grounds of calling that out. And people don't like that. And in the position where Flagrant Podcast is, where you flame everything, you see behavior like that, and you're not calling that, but you're willing to call everybody and everybody else's relationship, calling everybody like a simp or a cut. He's willing to do that. He's willing to do it, but we found you in that position with that person that is insufferable, and then you don't say nothing, and you on top when you say something, you excuse it. People are gonna have a problem with that. People are gonna. No, I'm done.
Oh, my bad.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, I don't think the insufferable part is the worst part for me. I think she is like the quintessential problem with what people have with modern feminism, and that she upholds all these ideas. She whines about the patriarchy. She whines about men and how, like, reductive they can be and how mean-spirited and how, like, they can just see women as objects. And then at the same time, she wants to be, like, in her feminine energy, and she wants men to man up, and she wants men to be men and provide for women, but she doesn't want to be traditional. Like, she justifies that Bill Burr bit where, he goes to the fucking buffet and he picks out what he likes. She justifies all that shit. And she don't do the traditional stuff. And she don't put out when he wants. And she don't cook and clean. And she don't do nothing. But she still yaps about the patriarchy. I'm like, bitch, if the patriarchy exists, it's because of people like you. If the patriarchy is going to continue to thrive or it's going to get a resurgence, it's going to be like people like you who are going to be the reason. Because you get on these pods and you justify why a lot of these men would be wary of you. Like, a lot of this stuff I see, personally, I think it's goofy to be like, you see, this is why the red pill exists. Like, nigga, you could have self-respect without the red pill, okay? I don't know. Men have existed for thousands of years without the red pill, and you had to run their fucking lives. And people today don't know what the red pill is and have self-respect for themselves in their relationship. So you don't need it. But people have this, like, fear-based response, and so they see this and they go, I was hurt by women too, so I'm going to be a red. It's fucking retarded. But it doesn't change the fact that her behavior does fuel that stuff. She fuels a lot of that negativity where she tells men you are lesser than because you're sick or whatever it is. It's goofy to me.
And the thing
it's really goofy.
People can say, like, well, that's what he said to defend her. She said, well, you said, well, you know what? It's a bit, and we agree that it's a bit. But also, she's not a comedian. I'm not saying that she needs to be a comedian to do that. It's just that it's not well done. There's no so people are like, nah, she's serious. It's not a bit. It don't feel like a bit. It's because of what you said before. It's the constant. That's your only bit. If it's gonna be your only bit, I'm like, yo, that's the only thing that you talk about. That's the only thing that you bit about. Yeah. So people are gonna feel like, no, it's kind of real then. What else you talk about? You don't joke about anything else. It goes and it revolves about that all the time. People are going to look at it funny.
Someone wrote, Fahad of Brooklyn wrote, I have a feeling he manipulated her back when he was broke by promising bigger things, hence why she stayed. The fact that we are debating a married couple that focuses on fame and vanity tells us all we need to know. Shout out to y'all from Brooklyn. I don't know what that means, but maybe you can decipher it. You don't know either?
The thing is, it's all good. The fact that we are debating a married couple that focuses on fame and vanity
tells us all we need to know. I mean, listen.
Well, no, it doesn't tell us everything we know. Yeah. We don't know. Yeah. It could mean a lot of things, you know what I mean? But it could be telling about them. It could be telling about us, you know what I mean?
It could be both, but I think I didn't want to stay on this topic for too long. I think we kind of did our bit on it. Time to move on.
I mean, it's just what he said is just maybe maybe we could go about maybe.
Yeah.
But we definitely
maybe he told her
know.
He had a big dick and he lied, and that's why she deserves all the money today. Who knows?
Oh my God, I'm gonna check his big dick. Boom, no balls.
She
that
ain't
smells
claimed
like,
it, so I'm not gonna assume. You know
no balls that smells like. What did she say? Homeless people? Yeah, that's crazy.
So there's this story that went viral from a nail tech, and I want to just play the clip. Okay, here we go.
9-year-old boy getting acrylics will never be okay in my chair. Sad to say that I just had to turn away a client because she wanted to get her 9-year-old son's nails done. And I know.
Mm-hmm. I agree. And let her play. Let her play.
I just have a question.
Oh. Maybe she's going to answer it later, but go ahead.
Acrylic nails.
That's the long ass shit that you don't like.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Now, acrylic nails, to my knowledge, have quite a few chemicals involved.
Well, the people that are putting the acrylic nails, they have masks. And that is everything that it tells you everything that you need to know about acrylic nails. You see how I did that? I know.
I'm not even talking about nail polish, whatever. To my knowledge, isn't it bad for these chemicals to come in contact with children?
To anybody, basically.
Okay.
With anybody.
Fair. And so I guess with children, that probably is
even
even more.
It's cool.
Okay.
Good
Thank
question. You can.
No, I need to.
Yeah.
No, and I understand that in today's times, people are who they are, but a 9-year-old boy getting acrylics will never be okay in my chair. I'm so sorry. I had to have words. We went back and forth, but at the end of the day, respect is respect, and we respected each other, and she respected my space. But I'm coming on here to tell you guys this. I will no longer be doing kids' nails under the age of 16, unless you are accompanied by an adult, and I will no longer be doing, not press-ons, I'm sorry. I will be no longer doing acrylics for anyone underneath that age as well. 9 years old, a boy, Frenchies. Absolutely not. Never will happen in my case. We have to think about, guys, people are offing themselves because of being bullied at school. If I put acrylics, because for some reason she just wasn't understanding this, if I put acrylics on your 9-year-old son's nails and he goes to school and he can't just rip those things off, it'll be a mess. If he goes and get bullied, he might come and despise me in the next couple of years, and he will never forget me. He will never forgive me because it happened at such a young age and he doesn't know anything about forgiveness. Like, it gets to a point, man. And I'm not in this chair as much as I used to be, thank God. But I do know the clients that I will and will not take. And that's something I just will not accept. And I'm sorry if I'm wrong. I understand that she was just trying to be a good parent and support her child. And I do know, because I am a lesbian, I do know that mothers, parents know how their child is going to end up, without saying too many words, before they...
She's saying the kid's gay?
Yeah. Basically.
If come out and
No.
All right.
I
Scary,
just want to confirm.
say it. This little boy isn't going around
I want to ask the resident expert.
wearing wigs.
Yeah.
He's not going around skirts and skirts. No, he still looks like a presentable little boy. He has a little sass to him, but I think any little boy or any kid that grows up in a household with just his mother or aunts would end up to be.
Little sassy? Not necessarily.
Yeah,
But
I don't know about that, Chief. I don't think growing up around ladies is bitch. No.
you got that pretty well. Let's go, sis. I would. It's not. It's, you know, it ain't got nothing to do with gender. It has nothing to do with gender. Has nothing to do with gender. A 9-year-old girl shouldn't have acrylic nails or makeup. Let kids be kids. Okay? Let kids be motherfucking kids. Just trying to be a good mother. What kind of good mother? No! That's not good parenting. I don't know in what country you in what place, in what headspace you live that you think that is good parenting. What else? You're going to let your kids wear mini dresses? No. No, they're not supposed to. They're not supposed to. The fuck? I remember my sister some girls at school, they had my dad was quick to be like, hell no. No, you're not gonna have no makeup, but I want it. I can give you this belt. And she said, shut the fuck up. And he's like, no, you're gonna be a kid. You're gonna be a kid. I'm gonna let you be a kid. As you should be. I ain't gonna do no fucking Northwest Kim Kardashian kind of thing. If you know, you know. That little girl, 13 years old, it's too much. It's too much.
I want to ask, what do you think is an appropriate age?
For what?
Let's say makeup.
Makeup? Mm-hmm. The moment you graduate. It's your graduation night. That's when you're able to go out with your little friends, have the makeup, and have the nail. Before that, hell no. That's me. That's me. Maybe I'm too harsh, but graduation.
So she
You
was-
can have a boyfriend, but not have. You can have a little boyfriend, whatever. But the nails and the hell no.
Wait. Now I'm asking questions. Yeah, I just examining the worldview.
Yeah,
Okay.
go ahead. Go ahead.
So she can have a boyfriend.
It's not a partner. It's a boyfriend. I'm not minimizing what the relationship is.
Love
but
is
it's not-
love. Love is love. If
Yeah, but
it's
a
young
partner is different.
love, you met your partner as a teenager, and she was still so
She
that
was not
that-
my. But she was not my partner. She became my partner. She was my girlfriend back then. But anyways, that's besides the point. Go ahead. What's your question?
Beautiful love.
What's your question?
So that they can do adult things, but they can't do
That's
makeup.
not what I said.
So wait, you're gonna be like, yo, you want to find out what they doing together?
Peep game. You know what? I'm not gonna try to find out. I'm just not gonna promote it. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
Promoting is something else. When
Okay.
you put makeup, the reason and the use of makeup is to what? It's promotion. It's to put some emphasis on your lips, on your curves, on your faces, on your features. It is promotion. You're trying to make a motherfucker look sexy. You're promoting. I'm not trying to do that. No, not at 9, not at 10, not at 11.
So wait, you saying that all the ladies out there who do their makeup,
That's their problem. We talk about my kid. You're not doing that.
Your kid can't be doing it for the same reasons that a lot of ladies do it.
You can have your reason to want to do it, but as long as you live in my goddamn house, you're not gonna fucking have to do that. You're gonna be a kid. No, you're gonna be a kid, and it's on your prom night. On your prom night, you're gonna be able to have some makeup. Fuck, are we talking about?
I'm just asking.
I know you're. No. You're just asking to antagonize.
No.
And you do-
No.
You're
It's not,
doing
it's not, it's not. I promise it's not.
no.
It's-
You're
hold on,
doing
hold
your
on.
job. You're doing your job. You're doing your job
It's
because
not
it's
just
good
that.
content when Preach is triggered. It is great content when Preach is triggered.
Right, and that's
Preach
why-
is triggered right now.
All right, we bring back 2 seconds.
Bring
right?
it back.
So you said when they doing this makeup thing, it's because they promoting themselves.
No, that is the use of, they're just emoting. But I'm telling you, there's some eyes out there that are looking at it like that. I'm not saying that you're doing that. When you see a little kid twerking, they're not twerking for the reason of, they're just dancing. Kids, they see stuff, they replicate. They're just dancing. The same thing that the 12-year-old, they saw the nails, or the 9-year-old, they saw the nails, they're replicating. I don't care about that. I'm telling you that what you're replicating is not how it is viewed for in society. Yes, you are replicating, but I'm telling you, no. Am I gonna give my 9-year-old an empty bottle of alcohol? And yeah, go ahead. You could put some juice in it. No. That's the reason why they had the Popeye cigarette taken out.
Right.
Because you're gonna emulate.
So
we
you-
know
so-
that you're just playing, but what it gives you to your psyche is different.
All right, beautifully said. You know what I mean?
I understand.
All right, beautifully said. Now, with that in mind, I just want to ask 2 questions. First question: are you just saying you're not gonna be involved or buying that for her, or she can't have it even if she gets it herself?
I am not.
Okay.
I'm not buying, and you're not allowed to.
All right. Okay. So then I'm going to come back to what I said before. What makes this different than the whole like having a partner and doing adult things?
Because you're doing promotion of your. If you have a boyfriend and you do some things and your boyfriend is different than putting some eyes on you. You know what I mean? Putting some eyes on you, being like, I'm putting some emphasis on my face and stuff like that. The sex thing, if you're doing that, I'm not allowed that at 11, 9. That's the different discussion that we need to have, right? But having a boyfriend it doesn't mean that they have to do the full on adult stuff. It's one thing that 1 and 2 they're living together and whatever and stuff. The promotion that they're doing, this is promotion to me. The makeup is promotion. So you're gallivanting out there, promoting yourself into a sexy way. The same way I'm not going to allow you to wear a sexy dress. Why at 12 you're wearing a sexy dress? You don't need to promote that. You don't need to promote that out there because people are going to look at you a certain way, right? So it's not the same thing as having a relationship with someone, like it's you behind closed door, you're doing that. And then the makeup is used to promote yourself in a sexy manner. You being 12 or 14 and having a boyfriend is not promoting yourself in a sexy way as makeup is. That's it. So it's not the same thing.
Okay. And then final question.
Go ahead.
What if I just want some foundation?
No. You don't need you know what? If you want, if you want
out, you know what I'm saying? Maybe you got some acne. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I just don't want. I want pimples to show.
If you want to treat your pimples, wash your goddamn face and watch your fucking diet. Don't put some shit. Yeah. Don't put some shit on top of your fucking acne. You dumb bitch.
Sorry. That one is a bit different. I've known some people who really struggle with acne to a degree, and there's no amount of just wash my face that's gonna fix it.
Later on in life, and right now there's a lot of hormone you're imbalancing your hormones and stuff, and that's why the people get the pimple. You're growing into your hormones. You're being a kid. I'm not gonna add chemicals on top of your skin. Your young skin that can affect your skin.
Yeah, and so can having acne and being made fun of every day at school. Like I can understand. I understand the whole sexiness with the lipstick.
I'm sorry,
but
your acne is not the amount. If you have acne and it is so bad that you're getting bullied at school, the makeup is not going to help you. I said what I said.
Okay, I completely disagree.
Okay,
I know kids who literally deal with that, and yes, it absolutely helped them. In fact, when I was in middle school and when I was going into high school, niggas used to always mock the niggas because they talk about craters. You look like the Milky Way, the galaxy. In fact, we used to have a commercial. I'll never forget this commercial. It was one of the funniest commercials because it was like this fucking immigrant who lived in Toronto, and he goes, "Yeah, you know, people they see me, they say, what's wrong? What's your problem? You have too many chocolate bars, but no, it's just acne." And then he talks about his treatment, and people were imitating that every day.
So your argument is that your argument to my argument is, what about that one time that is possible that it happened, that they have a problem? If it is the case that they have a problem of acne that is so bad that they have to put makeup, we'll get to that. But from the general thing, the general situation, no, you don't put makeup on. If it's a specific issue, then we'll talk about that.
Okay,
that is not the norm. You're talking about something that is it's just one out of Maybelline. Whatever. Yeah, it's Maybelline.
Yeah,
cover girl. You know what I mean? So yeah, no, you're not gonna present yourself gallivanting in the street trying to promote yourself in a sexy way to people. No, you're not doing that. You're not doing that. At 14, no. And yes, that's my rule. You can have your rules out there, people. It's whenever they're 14, 13, 16. That's you. Me, prom. I want to see you get down that stairs and then you're in your dress and then you're finally a woman. I want to tear up. Oh, that's my baby. That's my little baby. She's all grown up now. Now she's allowed to take the makeup. And yes, girl, work that. You earned it. You go have some fun with your friends. But before, nah.
Okay.
Huh? Go ahead.
I know exactly.
Put the ad on. I want to see the ad.
I'm telling you, too many chocolate bars. Watch, I promise. Tell me I'm lying. Press play.
Well, people don't see the real me, right? They just see my acne problem. People think that I eat too many chocolate bars or that I don't wash my face. Yeah, I tried many things. I've tried everything, but just nothing works.
I remember that.
My brother says I'll probably grow out of it, but I don't think so, no. It's hard to believe now it will actually go away.
Pause. So what happened? He should put makeup on and get bullied for the makeup? No.
I don't think so, because a lot of people...
Oh, do you have makeup on? You got fucking white chocolate bars.
No.
It's not better.
No, I disagree. I think I've seen a lot of people who've done it. Literally, you can't even tell for a lot of them if they do it properly. And it literally makes a big difference. I've seen them wipe their face and then you see craters. And so I wouldn't be mad at these people for doing something that makes them feel more comfortable in their skin. And they're not trying to be sexy. They just don't want everyone ogling them the whole day.
I imagine.
And people do stare at the acne. And I can understand. Some people got crazy looking boils.
That is a different subject. It is a different subject. Well, we're talking about makeup, not that one time that makeup is actually therapeutical. All right? Let's be real. Soyons de bonne foi.
Yeah, I think that a lot of people apply makeup very lightly and very reasonably, not in a way to.
What are you doing? Nothing. It's to cover my acne. That's not the makeup that we're talking about, dude. Okay. Carry on. See? That's exprès, là.
No. What I'm trying to say is that there's a lot of people who apply makeup very nightly and also just to maybe cover a blemish or something that they have on themselves that they don't like. And I don't think it's the craziest thing to say, and then saying, these people.
What are you doing for my acne?
All right, hold on, let me finish. So I think when some of the people are doing the light makeup, and I know you're doing like the hyperbolic thing where everyone's just like this whore, but for a lot of them, they do it very lightly and it's very reasonable. It's not for the reason of promotion or trying to look sexy. So I just disagree with this like caricature of all these ladies that you just think are doing it for one reason. No, plenty of people, even when I went to high school, had very light amount of makeup. They weren't trying to put lipstick to draw attention or huge amounts of eyeliner. I don't think they were out there trying to be whores or whatever else you're trying to claim.
I never said
yeah,
that.
Yeah, you're trying to be sexy. They're trying to do this whole thing.
No, that's not what I said.
That's what you said.
No, that's not what I said. Okay. I said they're going to do it for some reason because they're going to emulate what they saw. The reason that people are going to see that, not them doing that because they want to be that's not what I said.
You said they want to be sexy.
No, that's not.
You 100. Roll back the tape? Do you want me to roll back the tape?
Roll it back.
Okay, we can roll it back. You definitely said that.
Okay.
All right.
I said that. Anyways. Yeah.
Why you mad at me now?
I'm not mad at you. It's fine. You misunderstood.
You definitely said it. I don't know what you
Okay, I misspoke then.
All right, fair. So all I was trying to say is, some people who apply it lightly, I don't think it's a crazy thing. That's it. That's all I said.
Not when you're 9.
You know what? At least we agree on that.
Not when you're 9.
We agree
not
on
when
that.
you're 12. Not when. Nah, you're gonna. Yeah. No, I'm sorry. No. The fuck. And imagine it's not even if you're boy on top of that.
What do you mean?
Yo, the boy, a 9-year-old, gonna go to fucking primary school, elementary school with nail. The girl was 100% right on that.
I agree on that. Yeah, I think even just a health concern, like if you know there's chemicals involved and these kids are in development, just keep them away from stuff.
That's bad parenting.
Like, I don't understand that. And like even with makeup, for example, like some of it's not good for people, especially in development. So the idea that we're just gonna throw these things that we don't know, because a lot of these things haven't been lab tested for people around those ages with hormones going through their bodies. So you do have to be mindful of what kind of things you're applying to children, especially if they were intended for an adult audience who've gone through puberty completely. I think sometimes parents just think because it's safe for adults, it's good for kids, but we know that's not the case. Take weed, for example, great example. The adverse effects it has on kids is well established. There's a reason why it's illegal. It's not because people are terrified. It's because it's actually bad for your development. You can make the argument there's probably a lot of other products that we use that kids shouldn't have access to.
But like Abba said, maybe that 9-year-old with them nails wanted to hide his acne. Anyways, moving on to the next subject. Look, they can't see it, Abba. They can't see my acne. I got long ass nails.
All right.
Next topic. All right.
Here it is.
Of content. What did Abba say?
I mean, from what I've seen, he's been on his, religious path for the last 3-4 years, and he seems to be doing a lot of the labor. He goes, he travels for it. He spends time in prayers. He goes to meetups. He goes to mosque on a regular basis. So
you could tell that Abba grew up with Islam, right?
All right, hold on.
You could tell.
We're literally hiding the screen. Can you move us to the other side?
Oh yeah.
All right, I'll play it back.
Or just remove us because we're already in the screen.
I know, right? From what I've seen, he's been on his, religious path for the last 3-4 years, and he seems to be doing a lot of the labor. He goes, he travels for it. He spends time in prayers. He goes to meetups. He goes to mosque on a regular basis. So
you could tell that Abba grew up with Islam, right? You could tell. What I love about Islam is you can.
What? Sorry, did he play like that terrorist sound from when the guy blows himself up?
I don't think this.
Yeah.
I don't know what was that.
Yeah, okay, that's what he was. He was playing that terrorist sound where they kill themselves and they blow. Yeah, well, there's a specific clip that people use as like, I guess he used that.
So when he said, oh.
You never seen the thing?
Yes, I have. That's not my point. My point is, so he said, it's clear that Abba grew up in Islam. That's what happened?
I think it might have been an emote or something. I don't know. But
I
I just know that clip from way back in the day. That's like 2 Girls, 1 Cup era where there's like a lot of sound clips and sound bites that stay in your brain. Let's keep watching.
See that even though he doesn't pray probably, or he might not even have full belief, he still does have the belief. That's why he's giving me props for this. I was wondering why he said he was wrong about me, and it's because he can see that I'm sincere about Islam. So even though he's not practicing and all this stuff, Preach just looks mad as fuck. He's like, man, fuck that fucking. He's like, fuck that Nazi. he's like, oh.
I can't believe his dad. I can't believe his dad is Haitian because he speaks just like that Haitian dude that works for Fresh and Fit.
Oh,
his impression, I don't know.
Big Mo?
The big dude. Yeah. It's like, anyways.
All right.
Sneako? No good. Masisi. So what?
Yo, cure li pas bon, mon cher. Le créole est pourri. Yo, what was that? Well, he says it like the way racist people say something.
Yeah.
Oh
my God.
All right, I'll just.
Pelayo. He's not even Haitian. Man, how can you say all that? How can you talk about my people? Oh. You talk about Haiti? Fuck no.
Did he ever?
Fuck no. He looks mad as shit. But Abba, like he's looking up. He's like, he sees Abba still. I know that we disagree with him on a lot of things. I know that he said a lot of things about, and I know a lot of you guys will never forgive him. But you can see, wallah, he still has it. He still does. No matter what his videos are about, he still got it.
I don't know what this.
Oh, that's how this.
Let me just.
Oh my God!
I keep watching.
He just really has converted, and it's dear to him. You know, at first I thought he was doing the Tate thing where Tate became Muslim, and then all of a sudden talking shit about Muslims and Mohammeds. But it seems like no, he's just been very consistent. So is he flip flopping? Sure. But I mean, you know, what person in their early to mid 20s does it? At least now it seems like he's trying to be consistent, and he has been.
Nigga fucking hates me, bro.
People change.
Yo,
sure.
You don't believe that shit, bro?
The way
Preach don't believe that shit at all, bro.
Yeah, the way he said wallah was so he heard it a couple of times. And he's like, yeah, that's my fate now. I can't take him seriously just from that wallah that he said. And he said it the same way he tried to speak Creole or emulate someone that speaks Creole. Like I can't. It doesn't look. It doesn't look better.
Okay.
That he does that. Like I'm just. Yeah. I don't. I don't believe him, but maybe you do because you grew up in the faith.
That's not how I'm buying in. It's a big shrug. Right. It's a big like, okay, we'll see. I mean,
that's fair. That's fair. That's fair. I mean, I'm not gonna be begging out for, you know, if they don't fucking approve that, like, what's.
I don't approve. What am I to approve?
You know, you guys know, mine's one of my closest friends, and they have a beef that extends so long. Yeah, so it's. But I do appreciate him saying this. I gotta say that. Does that make me forgive all the shit he said about me? Fuck no. Or about Myron? No. No. Myron's still one of my best friends, and you know. But I do appreciate him saying that. I do. He didn't have to say that. It doesn't benefit him to say that. It's not like he's trying to get a collab or anything. I was thinking about it for a while. I don't even think he's saying that to divide me and Myron. Me and Myron are not gonna divide. It's not gonna happen. Abba. He's saying that because he believes it. Real talk. But that's cool.
Before that clip, I was like, we'll see. Now I'm like, nah. Nah, man.
What?
Nah, it's not real.
It's not real?
It's not real.
Why?
It's not real.
Wait.
It's
what in this clip tells you is not real?
It's performative. He really performs it. That's his new thing. He's gonna give him 3 months. He's gonna switch. He's gonna switch.
So you've been doing this for like a bunch of years.
Wait for the summer. He's gonna go get his flip flops. Well, wait for the summer.
Okay.
Summer's gonna come. It's a new day. Flip flop. He's gonna meet a girl. He's gonna meet a girl. Flip flop.
Everybody clip this, and then come the summertime when it ends, everybody send that clip to Preach, and if he wrong, he gonna have to come up here, and in Creole he gonna have to do his. You know what? I fucked up. I was wrong.
Yeah, 100%. And we'll roll the wheel. Well, 100%. But that's flip. That's flippy floppy. That's the same Sneeko.
How's that? Okay.
You still feel like he's sincere. You heard that and you're like,
it has nothing to do with what he says. Absolutely nothing to do with what he says. It has everything to do with the fact that he shows up to the events consistently, that he goes to mosques regularly, that people do see him out at different events in regards to Muslims that he's not necessarily recording. And so if somebody does the labor, even when it's offline, then there's some amount of sincerity that I'm probably going to see in them. And the fact that it's happened over years is why I'm like, it has nothing to do with him going, I don't give a fuck what anybody says online. I don't care what anyone claims to be anywhere, because everyone can do the yapping. But if you do the labor, I respect it. And if it matches what you say online, I have to respect that too. Because too many people online pretend to be good people, pretend to be this, pretend to be evangelists, pretend to be politicians for the people, whatever it is. And then you go behind closed doors and they all fucking kids. So at the end of the day, if you're actually doing what's entitled to the title, I can't hate on that because it's consistent. I appreciate that.
I'm not hating on that. I'm just saying that he gonna flip. That's it. That's his thing. When he was with Red Pill, he was Red Pill. I'm Red Pill. Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Yeah.
I'm even gonna go into the the Ross's stuff. I'm gonna do. He was doing that on and off, meeting people. Yeah, let's do that. He was in this thing 100%. Now he's in this thing 100%. He flips, and when it's gonna be time to flip, when the wind's gonna change direction, he's gonna flip again. That's it. He's gonna meet a girl. Oh, my girl eats pork. She's gonna be like, oink, oink, motherfucker. Old McDonald had a farm, and it's me now. I'm McDonald. He's gonna be like, I have a farm now. I'm a farmer. Bing, 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 bing. Let's raise pigs and eat them after that. That's gonna be him. He's gonna meet someone new, and he's gonna be like, let me flip again. That's it. I'm not saying that he doesn't do that. He's gonna be like, yeah, I'm that's my thing now. I appreciate the fact that he's dedicated to do his thing. When he flips, he flips. When he flops, he flops. It's okay. It's okay. It's just that video, I'm like, oh yeah, there's something weird about that video. It's fine.
I think it was the Creole. Was that you parles pas Creole?
The Creole was funny. The Creole was funny. The Wallah.
I mean, there's a lot of people.
Horrendous.
There's no. I'm gonna defend him on this one at the very least. A lot of people who convert later on or get into it don't necessarily have the pronunciation of Arabic the way a lot of folks who grew up in it, and not being able to pronounce it exactly the way they doesn't mean that you don't have the faith. There's so many people I meet who convert later on. For them to change their whole pronunciation when they never learned other languages is very difficult.
It's not. The problem is not in the pronunciation. He plugged it there when you didn't have to use. It felt forced. It just felt forced, okay? That's not your usual lingo. It felt like a performance. I don't care how you pronounce it. I don't pronounce it properly. I don't.
Okay.
But it felt forced the way he put it there. Yeah, I know. Hey, by the way, I know this one word. Yeah, from Quran studies. Yeah, I'm voila. Yeah, I did that. I fucking did that. That's what it looked like. So I can't.
You on his ass about one word?
No, because it felt forced. I'm sorry, it felt forced. And I've seen him flip-flop so much. I've seen him flip-flop more than being consistent. So I'm like, you're still flip-flopping. You're on the flop side.
When I put this clip into the queue and I'm like, you just play this. I don't think you would.
I'm like, you're just, you flip.
I will say.
Consistently inconsistent.
Fair. You know what? And we'll all see. So at the end of the day, at the same time, look, his faith is his faith and none of my business at the end of the day. But I did think it was interesting at the beginning.
He wanted to emulate. So he wanted to be Andrew Tate so much that when Andrew Tate switched religion, he went like, I'm gonna switch too. And then he went, shit, I kind of like this shit.
You remember this era where all them niggas was being
He's like, oh, wait, Andrew.
And people ask him, why you standing like that? Standing like what? And he had the shades on and shit. And Sneaker, if you watch this clip, you gotta admit, that shit was fucking cringe, wasn't it? When you was rocking the shades to be like,
cringe.
That was.
The way he said Walla was him in glasses with the leather coat and this. It was the same thing to me. That's what the same thing I'm saying. Like,
man, you know what I wish? I wish Walter would have done it. Just been like, think about this. All right.
That's it.
There's one part at the beginning that I didn't want to.
No, he looks mad as shit. But Abba, like he's looking up. What I love about Islam is you can see that even though he doesn't pray probably, or he might not even have full belief, he still does have the belief. That's why he's giving me props. I was wondering why he said he was wrong about me, and it's because he can see that I'm sincere about Islam. So even though he's not practicing and all this stuff, Preach just looks mad as fuck. He's like, man, fuck that fucking. He's like, fuck that Nazi. He's like,
nah, just look, man. And then that's my face, bro.
Really, it doesn't benefit him to say it's still one of my best friends, But I do appreciate him saying that. I do. He didn't have to say that. It doesn't benefit him to say that. It's not like he's trying to get a collab or anything. I was thinking about it for a while. I don't even think he's saying that to divide me and Myron. Me and Myron are not going to divide. It's not going to happen. Abba, he's saying that because he believes it. Real talk.
All right.
Real talk.
I don't think this is necessarily Sneeko, but I've had so many people DM me. They're like, you're gonna find your way back to Allah.
I've seen that. I've seen that.
So many people mess. I've seen hijabis be like, you want to get married and stuff.
Yes.
And
what's that about?
And I think that. I think, me personally, like my relationship with religion in general is just one of like complete apathy. Like if it's good for you, great. I get asked this question oftentimes when I meet people like, do you believe in God? I'm like, I don't know. I just don't care. He's not. It literally won't change anything for me in my head. I feel like I have a set of ethics and values that I believe in, that I'm going to live by those. And then I try to be a decent person to the people in my life and to the people in my community. And that's all I care about. After that, like, you know, the eat the pork, don't drink this. I don't care about none of these fucking rules. To me, like, this is not for me. But if it's for other people and it helps give them a frame and it brings joy into their life, I want that for them. That's my end of it. And generally speaking, when people ever approach me about this topic, they always want me to, like, be on their side. I've had people like, let me take you to church. And the only one I don't get invited to is synagogues. And I think we know why.
We don't know why. I don't know why.
You know what? Buddhists haven't invited me either. And I'm willing to shave, so I don't care. That shit lit. I'll join. But I think that when people are part of a religion, they enjoy seeing representation of them that's popular and that's, like, well seen. And I think part of that's, you know, that some of them also really find joy in religion and they want to share that. So it comes from a nice place. But it does get a bit much because I don't think they realize how often I get it. And some of it is a bit patronizing. It's almost like your life's not okay. It's going to be good now that I'm like, chill. And then the 10th time I get it, I'm like, nigga, shut the fuck up. And then they're like, oh, what's your problem? You're so rude. It's like, I get this message every day, like there's something dysfunctional, and yet you have the answers for me. You don't know me. You don't know my life. You don't know if I'm okay, if I'm good, or whatever it is. So after a while, it just gets a bit tiring. But yeah, I think oftentimes that's like an experience I have. And I just try to tell people, like, listen, if Islam is for you, cool. It's just, I wish I thought deeply about God and its existence and whether or not real. I just don't. It literally never crosses my mind unless other people ask me about it. And that's another part that blows their mind. They can't believe that I don't think about that.
I'm the same for me.
I don't even think about the afterlife. Do you think about the afterlife?
No, it's not a concern. To me, everything is going to stop and that's it. They don't believe. Even you don't. Even when I'm talking to you about, like, you don't believe that there's something bigger. And I'm like, no, I don't. And you're like, no, there's something big. I'm like, no, dude, no, I don't think there is. We had this conversation, this argument a while ago, and I was like, no, man, I think when it's done, it's done. But that's the way I think. It's fine. I'm okay with it. If you're okay with your thing, you're okay with your thing. But it's just like, my God, they're like the army. These guys, man. Hey, man. Uncle God wants you, you know what I mean? Like, relax. Like, you chill doing your thing. You believe in what you believe in. Nah, man, you're going to find it. Like, come, stop inviting me to church. I'm good.
Yeah.
I want to sleep on Sundays.
I don't even mind the whole concept of, like, going to commune with people and sharing. I think that's a beautiful thing. Genuinely. I think people need community and need events like that. Like, shit, we get that from dance sometimes. How many times we've been to an event and just the community of people you guys all have a shared interest or whatever it is. Like, it's a beautiful thing. I can understand. But I'm just on the side, like, you know, if I live my life the way I feel like I'm supposed to, which is to do right by people, then, like, you know, if God's out there and I get to the pearly gates, so I'm like, this is what, you know, he knows everything. He's seen everything. You let me in. If you don't, I still try to be a decent person. That's it. And if there's no afterlife, it's cool too, because I still lived a good life as far as I'm concerned. So that's just kind of the stop and end. But yeah, that's about it. People were asking me to talk about it after you talked about your beef with Christianity. So
it's not even a beef. Like, I leave it alone. It's like, it's weird.
It's a whole cow, my nigga. It was every cut of the fucking cow. You was going off.
Boy, you asked me a question that had a lot to say. So
I don't disagree.
I said my thing, but it's not a beef. It's like, I think some things that I say are funny whenever like the comments where you said, like, oh, you don't have to, you can't throw a bomb and run.
That's
when
not
I
the
say
one.
comments,
That's not the one. The one is like, oh, you know, a black person.
Yeah, black people just hate everything about slavery except religion. That's funny. But that's I think it's funny. It's, you know, there's a little bit of truth in that, but it's also, like, it's funny. I say that just because I think it's funny. Ultimately, you know what I mean. But that's it. I don't make like an obsession to let me piss off these motherfuckers.
Speaking of things that you think is funny, this is something that you wanted us to take a look at.
No, it's not funny.
Oh, you thought it was hilarious. That's what you told me when you texted me.
No, I said it was sad.
Oh, sad can be funny.
Yeah, I cooked all this food and nobody showed up. I cooked all this motherfucking food and nobody showed up.
Yeah, I'm so hurt because I spent so much time in that kitchen cooking. I cooked so much stuff. And regardless of whatever we go through as a family, like, you don't just sit there. At least you be honest and say, I'm not showing up, I'm not coming. You don't set me up for what I spent a day and a half in that kitchen cooking everything for nobody to show up.
Yeah, I cooked all this food.
Something's fishy. Nobody showed up. Nobody showed up. I can always question, like, why would nobody show up? Why would people dodge you? You put raisin in your potato salad? Or are you just people not feeling you? Is it you? Like, I don't have enough information, but I'm like, I was looking at that. I was not like, pork. I was like, nobody. It's crazy to have nobody showing up. There's, I don't know.
What do you mean? Some people are in families where they get just treated like dog, and they keep giving and giving. There's plenty of relationship dynamics like that.
It's possible. It's possible, but I had questions.
You have questions? Go ahead.
No, I had questions, but I was like, why nobody? My first thing was not, poor thing, nobody showed up. I was like, why did nobody show up? Maybe it's me that's broken. Maybe it's me that have a problem. Maybe it's me that I'm like, I don't know what the dynamic is with your family, or you like, and if they treat you like dog, why you keep on cooking for everybody that treats you like a dog?
Oh yeah, that's a very normal dynamic.
Oh my God!
In fact, most people who are like very giving develop this horrible habit where like the more they give, the worse the treatment gets, and they keep coming back because like almost them giving isn't even necessarily about the other person. It's the only way that they know how to be useful to others, to have a connection. Some people just indulge in that. I have people like that in my family. That's why like even like her existence is not shocking to me. Let me think for 1 second. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna say it. You know when you're thinking about like how much am I gonna say online, and I'm like, I'm giving my shit. I don't know who might see this clip. So all I'm trying to say is, it's like, and sometimes you have to talk to the person. You have to be like, listen, the more you give, the more they're gonna treat you like garbage. So like, I'm not built that way, but I've definitely had the misfortune or fortune of loving people who are built that way, and to watch them like turn into like pudding.
Yeah.
But there's also your part, which is very true, which is someone like they treat others like garbage, and then they get mad when then they try to play victim afterwards when people reject them, which is also a real.
And the more you talk to them, yeah, you're right. You're right. I've seen that happen. I've seen that when people like they indulge in behavior that did not benefit them, and then they stay on there because that's the thing that they know. You know, an abuse that you know is better than an abuse that you don't know. So at least they know that, so they keep on doing that, right? But I'm like,
Wow, who's it making you think of? You don't have to be specific, but like I feel like you're drawing on something specific.
No, I got a couple of examples. It's not one person.
Yeah, so that's what I mean. Like, what when you think of these people, what are you thinking of?
What do you mean? What do you want me to answer? Like, want me to give you names?
You don't have to give me names. I'm like, what is the kind of behavior that they're exhibiting? That's what I'm asking.
It either toxic people that Joe, they never have accountability for what they do. And then when they do something, they're not being nice to me. It's like you always keep on falling into the everybody's bad at you. Everybody's mad. Everybody's mad. Do you see how the fuck you act? And what makes those people be like that with you? But they don't have accountability. It's always like victimhood. And they're the victim. They're the victim. It's always, people they never love what I do. People never love what I do. I'm never, hey, these people are ungrateful. That's what they are. Ungrateful. And I'm like, nah, you're a terrible fucking person. I don't know that lady in the clip, so I can't tell that's her. But I'm like, it makes me raise my, I'm like, nobody. Yeah. Not even the mailman. Nobody. No, mailman probably have a family. But I'm just like, that's what I make me. I'm like, I don't take everything that I see online for cash. So I'm like, okay, there must be a reason. Either way, there is a problem. You know, sometimes when I see some people acting weird, you know, it's either the drug that you should be taking or the drugs you're not taking. But in that case, it's like, it's either you the problem or the people around you the problem. But there's a problem. There is a problem.
All right, since you're on this topic, I figured I pulled up a clip just very similar.
No problem.
Thanksgiving ended with me kicking my narcissistic mother out of my house and telling her I no longer wanted to have a relationship with her. So real quick to explain what happened, I hosted Thanksgiving dinner. It was me, my mom, my aunt, and her family, her husband, and my 2 cousins. They come over, they stay roughly till about like 10, close to 10 o'clock, and then they leave. Except as they're leaving, as we're like, hey, take these leftovers, and mom's like, hey, don't forget this, don't forget that. I had also washed 2 of Archie's hoodies, my dog, and I don't like to put them in the dryer, so I was hanging them on a space heater radiator that's like kind of near the doorway, the front door, and I was hanging it there to dry. And as my aunt was walking past it, my mom pointed at it, and she's like, oh, do you guys want those for your dog? And my aunt looked at me, and she's like, aren't those Archie's? And I was like, yeah. So as I was continuing to clean up after they left, I just said to my mom, I was like, hey mom, what was that? Why did you offer them Archie's? And without hesitation, without even a second to think, she immediately says, I didn't say that. And I know at a surface level, it sounds like this was all.
What?
2 things. Yes, that happens a lot. And it sounds like when I talk to you, when you say I said some shit that I didn't say.
You know what? The editor is gonna roll it back, and then we're gonna have a good old moment.
Yeah, we're gonna have it's a good
all over hoodies, an accident, and I can see that. But it's about the fact that without even hesitation, my mom's response was to manipulate and gaslight me. Because then after I had to explain to her, then that doesn't fit the narrative of how my aunt would ask me, isn't that Archie's if you didn't say that? Like, it only fits if you offered them the hoodie. Like, it only fits in that scenario. And after having to explain that to her twice, she was like, oh, well, maybe I was just confused. And I was like, that's fine. But why didn't you just say that from the beginning? Why was your initial reaction to just lie to your only child? To which her response was, I didn't lie to that. So for the next 40 minutes to an hour, it was me on repeat. I said it over 40 times because I counted. I was like, this is now the 3rd, 4th, 20th, 30th, 40th time that I'm telling you that I need you to address the fact and acknowledge that you lied.
Yo, that is, oh my days.
For anyone watching who's confused by his energy, this has very little to do with this incident and probably everything to do with the long history.
Oh.
You know, this is not like an isolated thing where he's just losing his mind. I guarantee you this, like, because you can see this energy is a lot, but I'm like, okay, there's a
That's
lot.
Immigrants. Immigrant parents? God damn. When you try to say something to your mom that she did back, I never did that. I would never. My mom already said to me, I said to my mom, remember when you used to beat us? I never beat you. I would never do such a thing. I would never. And she looks at my sister dead in the eye. I never did that. Yo, thank you. I'm sorry.
It's all good. When I found this clip, I'm like, this is definitely for preach.
No problem.
And just tell me that you're going to work harder to not lie to your child about something so unimportant. Now, I was met with responses that either were her just being silent, not addressing it for upwards of 8 to 10 minutes at a time, where I'm waiting for her to answer. And I'm pretty sure, because she does this all the time, that she thinks that if she just ignores it and stays silent, I'm just going to give in and pretend it didn't happen. It's just going to disappear. Or her trying to convince me that I'm the most important person in her life and that everything that she has ever done was for me. To which point I always have to remind my mom that no, a mother who puts her child first doesn't not cook a single meal for 3 months or say one single word to their only child for 3 months at the age of 10 or 11 years old because they forged their signature on one of the tests because they didn't want to be beat all day for not getting an A+, or a mother who lies to their child about their father and how she lost all the wedding photos on the move from Korea to America when they've never been married. It wasn't because it was easier.
Okay.
Yo.
He airing her out, okay? He letting all that shit out.
He's putting holes through that shit.
Yeah, no. I personally think some family business should stay personal, even if y'all beefing. That's a lot.
He didn't kick out his mom because he gave the coats of his dogs that was drying. He's kicking his mom out for everything, for all the years. It's like, okay, that was the last one. That was the straw that broke the camel's back. Is that what we say? Mm-hmm. That was the one. And then she's like, okay, you're out. You're out. And I think it's a hot take. I think sometimes it's necessary that you break that off. I know what happened to me. Like I think I spent like 2 years not talking to my parents when I moved out. Sometimes it's just some things that you have to. You gotta. You know what? No, it's not. It's just not. I don't need that. And then when I was having the conversation about that, about like, that little break with the parents, and my girl was like, "Yeah, but what if your parents, like, what if, knock on wood, your parents die in the process and you never have time to?" And at the time I was like, it'll be that, man. I'm gonna have problems, but I need that. I need that break. That it was too much. It was too much for it not to overflow somewhere else. So I think it's necessary sometimes, depending on what's the situation you had with your parents. Sometimes it's the healthier thing that you could do is that break.
Easier for me, I would know. It was obviously because it was easier for her. No, honestly, I don't even know if I meant it, if it was just an empty threat or just a trauma response, but I told her she had to leave. My aunt came at like 1 o'clock in the morning.
Why is his shirt wet?
Well,
I had a 2-hour-long panic attack and was in a state of stress the whole time and soaked. Okay, so he's sweating. Okay.
Picked her up, and all day yesterday, I just laid on my couch crippled for 8 hours just staring at my ceiling, unable to do anything. But that's the thing. All 3 of my previous therapists, none of whom were Asian, by the way, which I do think is important, all recommended to me that I needed to cut off my mom in order to find peace. But the thing is, I'm also an only son of a single mother. And I don't know, especially as someone who has lost a lot of people in their lives and I have a hard time processing death, I don't know if I would be able to live with myself if I cut off my mom, who's now 81 years old. Like, there's not that much time to see her. If I just cut her off, I would feel like I would have this regret for the rest of my life that like I should have tried harder. And like, I know what therapy says. I know it's not my burden to carry, but I also know myself. It will become a burden. It will be something I carry for the rest of my life. And I
pause it there. I acknowledge this is one of my trauma responses for having to take responsibility for everything my whole life with my narcissistic mother that I now feel responsible for anything wrong that happens to anyone around me.
Just like, don't want that as a regret, you know? And it just really sucks because I feel like I'm at this cross point where I either have to stop fighting for that little child in me who just desperately his whole life wanted his mom to just be that protective person that they can go to.
That's why he kicked her out. In case anyone was wondering, it wasn't about the sweatshirts. It's definitely this right here.
Yeah, well, yeah.
So some people were like, "It's not reason." I'm like, here it is.
No, you're right.
Here it is.
And maybe then also realize that on the flip side, I'm now 42 years old. I'm an adult. And it just seems like such a silly thing to get upset about and have to accept that my mom is just this way.
My mom was emotionally unavailable my whole life. I had to teach myself everything, life lessons, schoolwork, because my mom wasn't a parent. She was an enforcer, punisher.
And I'm just so tired of having to raise myself, of having to have been an adult my whole life. And I have to choose between protecting the younger version of me and protecting the older version of me that doesn't want to carry around the guilt. And since that night, I've been waiting for my mom to reach out to me, holding on to the hope that can help heal that inner child, knowing that the longer it goes without me reaching out to her first, it's just going to be a bigger disappointment to myself. If people wonder why I have high ability for empathy, it's not because of anything other than the fact that I've had to learn since the age of 2 when my mom broke a solid wooden broom handle, brand new one, on the first swing, spanking my butt where it broke to the point that I couldn't sit down or lay on my back for 2 weeks. And I had to learn to see from my mom's perspective and go apologize to her. So I'm making this video for all the people out there who may be sharing this trauma. I just want you to know you're not alone.
All right. I think we got the point.
She broke a broom handle with one swing while she was spanking me. Sir, that is not a spank. She beat your ass.
You have a lot of memories from 2 years old? I don't know.
A couple.
Yeah, a couple?
Yeah, I got a couple.
I think I have like one memory of a dog barking at me. And then ever since then, I was like, am I not okay with dogs because of what happened at 2? Or is it because I'm African? All right. That was a lot. And Preach, I'm sure you want to address the fact that he cried on camera.
No.
Oh, now you don't want to address it. I thought you said you got a big issue with people
But I
crying
don't
on
have
camera.
to address it. Yes, I do have issue. I still have an issue.
Okay.
I'm still not. I'm not like, oh, he's crying. I'm still like,
shouldn't cry on camera.
I
I'm
wouldn't
just
do it.
asking.
I'm
Normally
just
you always
like,
say.
I guess what I understand what he's doing, and there's a lot of emotions. It's still a thing to me. I was like, oh my god, come on, crying. It's just I said it so much that I don't think I need to reiterate that.
Oh, now that you don't want to say it now. Huh? No, you don't want to say it, huh?
What?
Now there's not Officer Tatum. You don't want to say it, huh?
What?
Now you don't want to say it. Normally, every time I start a video, she crying. Ooh, first off, why are you crying on camera?
Oh, I thought I said it. Okay, my
and
bad.
now
I want to say it. My bad. Because I thought at some point, like, I'm gonna stop repeating what I'm saying. But if you want me, oh my god,
I'm used to it.
It's fine. Yeah, no, the crying on camera is just dry your fucking eyes. Just take a minute, go drink a glass of water, and start that shit back. That throws me the fuck off. It does. It still does. Mm-hmm. It still does. Ugh. Ain't got to be with Mr. Tatum or whatever. It's anybody. That's me.
Gotcha.
But that's just me. Feel better now?
Much better.
Appeased?
I feel like crying joy. Just not on camera. I'll do it.
Hey.
I'm going to push past my wife.
No.
I'm going to push past my wife to get to my live stream. All right.
But you know, no. Wait, hold on. You know what? I think that crying of joy is different than crying of, I don't even know why. And I got to check that out because you said that and said, I'm going to cry of joy. And I was like, I don't see nothing wrong with that. For some reason, I got to unravel that. But no, let's move on. But here it's a weird point that you brought that I'm like, yo, shit, yeah, it's less of a thing for me. It's like, oh, I'm just having fun. I'm just happy. Yeah, this and that. But sharing your pain, like, feel bad for me.
All right. So
no, you wanted me to do this.
Yeah, but I think we explored it. All right.
No, it's okay. We're done.
So tell me now about this topic. What are you thinking about the video?
What do you mean?
Oh, he had the whole spiel. Would you have any thoughts? Yeah,
like I said, I get what he's what he's doing. I'm not saying that my mom was narcissistic. I don't think so. Like that's a diagnosis. You have to be a professional to call someone that. People throw that word out there. I don't know about his mom, but what I'm saying is, that's I recognize that in a lot of my immigrant people. A lot. I see, but that's because of like the way they were raised is really like the only. They can do no wrong, and everything they do is right. But they're learning to be parents at the same time that you're learning how to be a person, So, yeah, at some point you gotta. You say he says that he's 42 and his mom is like 81, and I'm like, he's waiting for his mom to call back and to be like, hey, you know what? And I'm like, no, boo boo, you're the parent now. you're the parent. You're the one that has to go see that. She's not. I think maybe with some rare instance she would, but chances are she's not, and she's still not gonna comprehend what she did wrong or what happened or what if that way of thinking has been ingrained in her for the past 81 years. That's almost a century. Your mom's ancient. You know what I mean? You're gonna you're the one that's gonna have to do the work. Unfortunately, you're the one that's gonna be having to break that down to your mom. You know what I mean? So, yeah, that's what I think about that. It's you can't. Remember we did a video and I was like, hey, sometimes you have to forgive your parents for some things that they did when they hurt you. It's something that you have to do. You have to forgive them. Well, it helps you to forgive them, depending on what it is. I'm not talking about extra abusive stuff and stuff like that. But if you have some kind of a relationship with them, you kind of have to forgive them. But if you want to have a conversation or start having a conversation, most of the time you're the one that's going to have to make the first steps. They're not going to be like, hey, remember that first time? Most of the time that happens when on their deathbed when they regret some things. You know what I mean? And they realize some things. And for me, it happened when I did the first steps. And I was like, hey, remember that, this and that. And it's going to take a couple of tries. You remember this and that? Yeah, that's how I felt. And that's how I perceived it. That was my perspective as a kid.
Yeah, I don't think my point then was like you have to forgive your parents. I think my point was more so you have to grieve your childhood. You have to move past that, and then you have to forgive yourself. And then after you've done that, then you can learn to forgive them.
100%.
The problem he still hasn't accepted the death of that childhood that he had. That's why he says that child is still that child's never getting what they asked for.
And you're not that
right?
child
So you
anymore.
have to grieve that childhood you never got to experience. Right? You said at 2 I was an adult. You were never a child. You never got a chance to. You have to grieve that. After you grieve that experience and you accept the terms, that's not to say you do it to absolve her or whatever. It's nothing to do with that. It's that you can be okay. Because even if she's gone, even if you still have to, there's nothing she can do to fix the fact that you never had a childhood. She could be the best mom today. You will never go back in time. So he needs to let go of that inner child that he's holding on to because it never really existed.
That's a good point. The death of your inner child.
Yeah, that's so like when I talk about this discussion, there's no easy way to go about it because everyone is just inheriting generational dysfunction. And so, he's looking at his mom, right? And he says she was an enforcer, she was a punisher. And I'm convinced that if I went through her childhood and how she was raised and the environment that she was, because she was a young woman growing up in Korea, I'm pretty sure they probably experienced some of the after effects of them separating as a country, all the fucked up things that involved. I'm sure there's so many things that she had to learn to survive the same way he had to learn to survive as a young person. Now, is that his burden? It shouldn't be. Because at the end of the day, no, he didn't ask to be brought into this world. She brought him into this world. Actually, I don't even know if she even voluntarily brought him. She could have been great for all we know. Because for our parents' generation, that was a common story. And abortion wasn't a very common thing. So we don't even know if she voluntarily really wanted to. All we know is that she stayed with him. And we don't even know what the reasons are. But I'm just trying to say there's so many variables, so many realities, especially for us immigrants who came from really weird places. We're talking about war-torn countries. We're talking about places where, we talk today about the dangers. Over there, the dangers were so commonplace and there were no television sets. There was nobody to warn you. There was no education to put you off of this stuff. You just experiencing fucked up shit. So you understand the circumstances, you understand the pathology and how they got there. And then you realize, okay, so their dysfunctional parents raised them. And you never learned better, so then you raise me. And now all you can try to do is just break that generational thing. That's all. But you can't expect somebody like that. You could hope. You could pray. But that expectation, I don't even know if it's reasonable. Is anyone going to look at a soldier who went to Iraq, came back with PTSD or whatever the fuck it is, and think like, yo, I expect you to be functional? And you guys are going to be like, that's an extreme example. I don't know about y'all. My parents escaped war. So I have uncles and aunts that were shot down. They all had to run. Everybody's. So
the reason
I don't
why
even know if that's that crazy. There's plenty of people who literally live in Afghanistan their whole lives instead of soldiers who went there. So they had to witness IUDs and all the. Is it IUDs? IUDs. I said IUDs. I'm like, damn, my head's in the wrong. But you get what I'm trying to say.
IUD is.
Yeah. Yeah. And like people can say whatever they want. Oh, these people shouldn't have had kids. There's no knowledge of that. You're literally bringing up concepts that didn't exist back then. Everybody got to 18 and started popping out kids. And you'd be like, that's stupid. I agree, but you don't know what you don't know. So it's this weird dance where as a child, you were brought into this world you didn't ask for in fucked up circumstances. You can't even be that mad at them because they didn't know better. There's no way they could have known better because no one taught them better. And no one taught their parents better. So at some point, you got to just let go of all this shit because the expectation is just never going to be met for most of us. So, that's why I say you got to grieve. You got to grieve because you just didn't have this experience that you thought you were supposed to have as a child and it just didn't happen for you. And then after you grieve, then you can forgive yourself because a lot of people actually end up just resenting themselves for not being good enough, for not being the right person, to not being able to assuage the concerns of an immigrant parent who has unreasonable demands of their child, to not be like, there's so many things you got to just forgive yourself for because a lot of y'all hold on to that resentment and you project it outwardly. So at the end of the day, there's all kinds of work we all have to do. But I think it's unreasonable to look at that generation and be like,
I'm waiting for you to call back. That's yeah.
I'm lucky. Step. I consider myself the exception where I'm like, damn, my mama, she didn't go to therapy. I don't know what the fuck happened. Shout out to her. We talk about it all the time. Cool. I'm not expecting other parents to be like that. I didn't even expect her to be like that.
What do you mean? My
mama, G. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know what the fuck she did. I was like, you different.
Like,
you're still difficult, but like you better for sure. And I didn't expect this.
You know what?
So you did this.
You know what happened?
I'll give it to you a G.
You know what happened? You made it.
What you mean?
You made it. What I noticed is that when your parents not necessarily understand what you're doing, but they understand that, oh, you're gonna be all right. They do change around you. They're not as difficult. They are. I mean, they're parents for life. But when they understand that, oh, you're gonna be all right. You're gonna be okay. I don't have to not be a mom, but I don't have to be a parent. You're gonna be all right. Their concern is how's that person or that's what's gonna happen when I'm not gonna be there. When they realize that you're gonna be, you've kind of made it. You kind of, I don't think they made something for themselves. They got this. When you prove that to them, or they understand, not because you're trying to prove them, but they kind of understand that you're gonna be all right. They do change. They see you differently. You're still my kid, but you're not my kid. You're my kid. That's going to be all right. And then there's something that changes.
I agree there's a change that happens. I just don't think that the kind of thing I'm discussing is about that. Like, to be able to look at yourself and be like, how did I fuck up? That has nothing to do with you being successful.
100%.
That is something that they did as well. As I tell them, I'm like, I'm proud of you. Like, you are at the age you are and you decided to improve in this. I literally couldn't see this coming. So like, I told her I'm proud of you. Like, the fact that you're able to do that at your age lets me know I have a lot of humility to more instill in myself. And so that's what I mean when I say shit, G, I'm like, for a Muslim woman with no education, her background, her parental experience, I'm like, God damn, I don't even know how you even got to this point. I don't know what the fuck you watched or what conversation you had, but I can honestly say I'm lucky in that regards. Gotcha. But that's not linked to my success for me. There's one comment that somebody made in the live chat. They said, they show love by making you stronger. All right. And I think that comes from the idea, I hear this a lot, having parents like this is good for you because it makes you tougher. And as a result, you go out and you become great or whatever it is. And I think there's definitely some truth in the idea that adversity to a degree can make you more resilient. But I also think we have a lot of survivorship bias. We look at people who make it out and go on to do good things or be successful, and they come from these backgrounds. You're like, see, it's because they came from that background. Not recognizing the 10 other niggas who ended up in jail, who ended up on the streets, who ended up drug addicted. Like, there's a reason why there are worse outcomes from people who come from incredibly struggling families. And I'm not even talking about poverty. I'm talking about dysfunctional parents. I'm talking about abusive households. All that extra struggle isn't making them have good lives. It's putting them on drugs. It's putting them on the streets to be night walkers. It's putting them in gangs. It's not a good thing. I know we like to think that because I made it. Trust me, you probably got a sibling who's fucked up off drugs. And if I go look at a parent, two-parent households where they, show a loving relationship, the odds of them having any of those problems are like almost zero. So we have to be careful to not romanticize struggle.
But yeah, I was about to say that there's something about that romance of struggle where we call that person made it, that person made it. We're not even talking about the fact of all the people that didn't make it, and then we're looking at people that were in a normal household and a constant loving family. That's privilege. That's also good. It's not bad to be brought up in a good household. It's not a bad thing. No, they came up from struggle. That's great. We see that often in hip hop, where if you were not in the street slinging dope you're not valid. You're discredited. No, I mean, sometimes you're doing good. Yeah, there's that struggle romance that we do have, and I find it weird sometimes.
Yeah, I think I've seen this story so often, and I remember when I learned about survivorship bias, it kind of just clicked in my head because, when I think about to like my middle school or going into high school and like some of the people I knew and what they were involved in and like the parental experience that they had, I look at them like some of them still in jail, some of them still, and I'm like, well, all that extra struggle that they got, all the days their dad beat them, did that help them develop character? Is that why they went out and murdered somebody? Because they had so much character? So I don't like it when people make the excuse for this kind of bad parenting or neglect and be like, well, it's good for you. It's going to make you tougher. No. And you know what? Even for me being at the point that I'm at right now and the kind of success that I have career-wise, I realize how many ways it stunted my growth to not have like fucking normalcy at all. I'm like, oh, is this what a relationship is? I didn't even know until I'm like 25. Is that normal? Is that a good thing? I promise you, if you look at all the motherfuckers who go out there and father a bunch of kids who are never married, who just got all these different kinds of situations, most of them grew up in dysfunctional households. It's almost never the kids I saw with two stable parents who go out and do that. Why? Because they're just replicating what the fuck they saw, or they're trying to have some understanding what's going on.
No.
Okay. And so, I don't know. I hope anyone who's watching just get away from that one talking point, because you might be telling other people that it's a good thing that they had neglectful parents, or it's a good thing that they had, abusive or whatever. Just be careful. That's all I'm trying to say.
You could just say that it was what it was. It was you live in that, and were able to take the good out of that and make something better for yourself. But it was not all good. Mm-hmm. It was not all bad, but it was not all good. That's fair to say.
Yeah. It's like? It's like somebody looking at someone who never wears a seatbelt. Like, look at that person, bro. One of the fucking best drivers. They don't wear a seatbelt. It's like, yeah. A lot of the other people who do wear seatbelts are dead. You want to factor them into the equation at all? No. Just the person who made it and he's the most famous driver, doesn't wear a seatbelt. He's the best.
It's not how statistic works.
Yeah, all right.
It don't work like that. Let's say the one person that made it. All right. Hey, he fucked a bunch of times and didn't have no condom, so I guess, It doesn't work. Statistics don't work like that.
But we do that.
That's not the mathematics. Wait, whatever. We got the point.
I do think it's fascinating that we have all these studies on the fact that like people who come from households that are abusive go on to be that themselves. That people, much higher likelihood, that people who come from these kind of households have all these worse outcomes. But then we also look at it, it's like, fuck, man, builds character, right? And it's like, well, I don't know how much character is going to do me good in jail or in a fucking grave. And that's part of the story. So, all right. I didn't think this was going to be such a long topic, but here we are. You done with therapy?
Absolutely not. What the fuck you mean? Hell no. What?
Okay, so this next topic here comes from a live streamer who's a bit odd. Her name is Nina Lynn, and I'm gonna just play some of these clips. I was put on these clips, and it's a lot. It's a lot to watch. She's from New York, so don't get thrown off too much.
About what?
Here she is at a.
Oh, ma'am. Oh. And the language that you're using in front of a 13-year-old, I don't appreciate. This is a
Hold up.
space.
Can you put up the volume? Like, we can't hear anything. All right, so I'm playing. She's at a nail salon. She's on a live stream. There seems to be a mom and her kid. This is kind of like the context of it all. All right.
Monday. So we called on Monday. Oh, ma'am. Damn. Oh. And the language that you're using in front of a 13-year-old, I don't appreciate.
This is a public space. I'm gonna let you know that right now, man. This is a public space, you know. So
well, and we wait our turn like grown-ups.
No, 100%. And I'm just letting you know that sometimes you can also ask, hey, would you like to please use normal language in front of my daughter? That would have been great too.
I think in a public space we kind of have an understanding.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. That wall is blocked.
Well, I appreciate you cleaning it up now.
Oh, of course. Like, I just don't want to do this, you know, not everything has to be
This is like.
It's like the most parent argument. I cannot. What the hell?
I appreciate the apology.
Great.
Did she have her cameraman go and apologize properly? So, yeah, she basically swearing a lot in front of the 13-year-old kid in this nail salon, which that's what the mom was having an issue with.
1, 2.
Do not be recording.
I'm saying that.
It's just me. It's just me. That's me. We got
No, it's not. No, it's not. Yo, bro. Yo.
Hold on. It's not even. We're not even close.
And I'm already done.
But is you finished?
No, apparently not. Ain't that crazy?
Let's go.
It's like, oh my god.
We can play.
We can't do that either.
Yeah.
1, 2. We had to.
Yeah.
Right. We had to do that. Yeah. Right. Fuck. Bitch. Shit.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna struggle through this because I haven't watched these clips. So, whew. All right, let's keep going. All right, so that's the first clip that I was.
Well, here you have it, folks. You have Asia's revenge to all them streamers that go overseas and do some crazy shit in the public. Boom. They just sent us that. That's what happens.
Yeah, it's.
But on the real, no, she's a New Yorker. I've seen her. I've seen her a couple of times, and that has nothing to do with the fact that she's New York or she's Asian or whatever. It doesn't matter. The streaming thing can be such a nuisance. It's like, yeah, but I'm in a public space. No, you're in a place of business. And there is a way to conduct yourself in a place of business. People are trying to have a moment, when you go to the spa, it's not a spa, but I mean, it's a place for your toes and stuff. You're trying to get a mani-pedi, right? It's a place that you're here to get treatment. You're here to, relax. I don't need to hear you and your shenanigans and acting like a teenager in a public bus at the end of the school day. You're a grown-ass person. Grown-ass person. Doing all these antics in a business, in a place of business.
All right.
Let's
go.
Oh my gosh. Dude, this shit. GG's. It's GG's, bro. It might really be GG's, gang. This right here is crazy. Dude, $30. $30. You're wild. You are wild. No way, bro. This shit really gotta be $30. Ain't no way. What? Hey guys, stop up. We're too poor for this. We are way too poor for this. We're way too poor for
this. She's jacking that shit.
Yeah, but she just put the butter on top and then she scanned that and she didn't scan the other part.
Yes.
Yeah. Yep. All right, let's keep going. A couple more. I'll talk after.
Take the wrapper off for them. This shit look kind of crazy, I ain't gonna lie. That looks crazy. Hello. Over there. Your T.
Oh.
Wait, my hand. Yo, what the fuck is... Yo, bro. What the fuck is wrong with you, bro? Are you retarded? Yo, he's dead about to put my hand in that shit, bro. Yo, you might be fucking retarded, bro. Are you good in the head? Bitch? Stupid ass fucking bum ass bitch. Come out the fucking car. Nah, deadass, come out the car. Come out the car. Nah, fuck that shit. Yo, bro, come out the car, bro. Come out the car. Come around. Come out the car. Deadass, come out the car. Pull up. Hey.
I think 95.
Pull up. He's already stationed. He's parked.
I think 95% of the reason why
he's been pulled up. You pulled up to him being pulled up.
The 95% of the reason why he didn't get out of that car, I think he's just confused by that accent. I'm not gonna lie. He's like, "Hey, son."
Nah, he's okay. He's a taxi driver. He knows.
He knows what that accent. That's not normal.
It ain't a New York cab.
Just because New York cab don't mean Asian girls like that all talk like her in New York.
He heard that accent.
He heard that on an Asian girl.
Brownsville.
Nah, that's not normal.
Yeah.
Now I will say, definitely heard that accent in New York, but that's crazy. That's a lot.
Come out the car, bro. What the fuck wrong with your bitch ass? Pussy ass fucking bitch. Do some shit. What is wrong with your ass, bitch? Here, maybe I'll take...
Yeah. I genuinely don't know how these people don't get banned. I have literally no idea.
What platform is that?
Twitch. I know apparently on Twitch there's like rules and then there's rules for vagina, but at the end of the day, that's crazy. And the cab driver's reaction was super normal. Someone's just knocking on your front window and then all of a sudden they putting a drink in like they about to spill it. Yeah, I think New York's full of crazy people. So like his reaction was perfectly normal. Her flipping out, I don't know. And the shoplifting. Guys, I genuinely don't understand how you can monetize this. I don't understand how you can monetize shoplifting. I don't know. But like I said, rules for vagina. And
you can monetize shoplifting by not paying and keeping that money in your pocket.
That's a technical way of it.
Technically, maybe on cam.
I'm telling you, bro, even if it was the stakes, bro, yo, bro, ain't nobody missing no fucking money, bitch. Calm the fuck down. No target is not losing no type of fucking money from some stakes, bitch.
She makes the whole screen.
Ass fucking bum ass stakes. I don't give a shit. Man, if I put this on Twitter too. Your mom's a bitch, you was a bitch, and happy holidays, all you hoes is bitches. Go ahead, put that on Twitter. I bet you won't. Just put that on Twitter, I bet you won't. Yeah.
I promise you, the only reason why I'm laughing is I've seen people like this my whole life, and they talk, they get punched out. Mm-hmm. She's so loud and so brazen and so aggressive, she getting punched out. I don't know if it's going to be a lady. I don't know if it's going to be a dude. I don't know if it's going to be a car. All I know is y'all not going to be able to make me feel bad.
But
I'm going to be there with my tea.
And not putting in a taxi. So she said, fuck you, fuck your mama, fuck your auntie, and
keep putting that energy out there.
And Merry Christmas.
It will find you.
So you's a bitch, your mama's a bitch, your auntie's a bitch, Merry Christmas. That's 3 hoes, technically. So ho, ho, ho. She's not wrong.
I see the math you're doing.
She's not wrong.
Listen, at the end of the day, streaming was always going to go down this road. It's only going to be worse with this kind of stuff. The same way we saw the Johnny Somalis, there's going to be like more moderate versions of that, and it's going to be all over the world. And until these platforms do something about it, like, yo, this girl, she diddled a dude who didn't want to be diddled, and then they gave her like a 2-day ban or some bullshit, and then they brought her right back. I'll tell you, that whole platform is crazy.
Oh my days. I was about to ask you, you must be kidding, but you're not. I know you're not.
No.
I know you're not, so I'm not going to ask.
No, so, yeah, I guess this stuff has just kind of been normalized, but that's where we're at right now. And these on the big platforms. Remember when this is like, oh, Kick or fucking whatever,
No,
Rumble.
that is the platform that you want to be on.
What is this? What is that? Like you can monetize shoplifting, you can monetize destroying a store, you can monetize fucking trying to fuck with a taxi driver to start a fight. You can monetize everything apparently on these platforms. So until they get the media pushback or whatever it is,
are they monitored at all? Like that's my questions. Like what makes
they are monitored, but it's different rules for different creators. Just that's kind of how it is, depending on your political affiliation, depending on your gender, depending on like your minority, white status, whatever it is. Like I don't even want to bring up the minority thing because like so many of these white girls get away with everything too. So, but at the end of the day, that whole platform is crazy.
Hot take.
Does he?
In some realms, white girls are minorities. They're treated as such.
Yeah, apparently when it comes to affirmative action,
that's what they're
their number one recipient. When I found that out, I was like, yo, leave Bender alone.
The same.
No, it was. I don't want to say. Another streamer bullshit. I can't. I can't. On that note, I did think something was cool. So this content creator, he came out of retirement. He's one of the biggest in his field, and he came out of retirement recently for a very specific reason. And I really enjoyed this.
Hello, my name is Luke Nichols, and this is the My Life Outdoors YouTube channel. And no, you're not imagining things. This is not my YouTube channel. Some of you guys may have heard that Steven's wife was recently diagnosed with cancer. So right now, Steven's got a lot on his plate, taking care of his wife and his 4 kids. So I thought I might step in and do a little YouTube video for him so he can worry about one thing at a time. And so here I am in the interior of Alaska with no tent, no sleeping bag, and I'm gonna be sleeping in the middle of a snowstorm. I've got about 2 hours to build a shelter and gather enough firewood to last me 17 hours of darkness. Oh,
now you guys might be saying, Abba, why would I care?
Because he's basically doing the content of his friends that cannot do his content anymore.
Yes.
That's amazing.
But also, this guy, I don't think people realize because if you don't watch any of this kind of content, you would know this guy is huge. I mean, like you're talking about 6 to 7 million per video. Retired. He stopped doing it. I actually saw his retirement video. It was actually kind of touching. Essentially, like he gotten so famous, like his family couldn't have like any normalcy at all, and they're all outdoors people, and so it became too much, and they didn't want it to impact it. So that's why he did it. But he came out of that retirement just for that. And the video, it's been up for 1 day, and it's already got 5 million views.
Amen.
5 million views. Let me just see here. I'll just just so I can kind of click on some of this stuff over here. I just want to be able to go on the person's channel over here because here it is. So listen, this is going to be. It's already his 3rd most watched video, and it's been up for a day.
It's amazing.
And for context, for people who are watching, you're talking about a video for him that's probably going to make the guy. So what, 23-minute video? People are going to probably watch the whole thing. They're probably going to donate. Probably going to make him 70, 80 grand.
That's amazing.
And it's going to help the business grow. It's going to drive a whole bunch of viewers. So I don't know. I just thought it was a really cool thing that, the guy would come out of retirement to do that to help his friend. And I'm sure he's probably even helping behind the scenes as well. But I remember just watching, I just sat back. I was like, oh, that's a cool. Like if I had to come out of retirement, that would be the kind of thing.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
like,
No, that's dope. That's hella dope. That's cool when you're doing that for a friend. No, that's cool. That's super cool. And he's in Alaska and he get to walk around the woods with a gun.
Yeah.
Got me, bro.
he's gonna watch stuff. It's cool. I'm not a big nature person, but his content is actually cool.
It's just the survival stuff I stopped when I was in the cadets. I gave, but I can always watch it. It's interesting.
I still watch survival stuff. For me, it's always like zombie apocalypse.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. For me, like how to build a silo, get ready. If you need underground bunker, whatever it is, how to build that, do the whole infrastructure, what kind of plot land you need, what kind of rations last a year or two into the apocalypse. Yeah. What kind of guns are good, what ones you can build the bullets for, which ones you can't, what kind of like makeshift weapons you can have. So, and I'm a doomsday prepper, right?
No, this is.
You know I'm a prepper?
This is news to me.
Okay.
This is news to me.
I own a piece of property you don't know about.
You live in a condo.
No, see, you didn't peep it. I own a piece of property you don't know about. Because if the zombie apocalypse happens, you're gonna think and you're like, oh wait, Abba, and then you're gonna go there. I don't want that. Because like zombie, I'm not helping you, nigga.
I'm not helping you either. And you know damn well I'm staying home.
Especially if you become a zombie nigga with your big ass. You'll be one of them mutant zombies. You'll be one of the ones that can actually, like, the ones that run and shit and break down doors.
Yeah, but I'm also 5'5", so who cares?
I don't care. All the other zombies are just running like this, but
I'm 5'3", bro.
Pushing through doors. What do you say about my wife? I'm like, nigga, everyone's dead. Stop. Fresh if it died too.
It's just you just have to bail. You're fine. But
Fight you with as soon as I'm in my little fucking silo, I see you pulling up. I'm just throwing coconuts at you.
Where's you gonna get the coconuts from?
Listen,
Barbados.
Okay. Oh, everybody. Since we're on that topic.
What? What happened?
I did work on something for a little bit.
Oh my God.
This one I don't know about. But I'm still working through it. It's been 5-6 days nonstop.
I'm so tired because I'm pretty sure you really did.
All right.
You did a thing.
And I'm gonna just do audio only. All right. There's gonna be no visual for this one. All right. Why don't we just end it on a good note? All right. Here we are.
Before I made it big. Before I made it big.
That sample's crazy.
I was just a little boy in this big boy world. Now I'm rich. Now I'm rich, living it up. Now I'm rich, living it up, living it up, living it up. All day, yeah. All day, yeah, yeah, yeah. All night, all night.
Now put that volume up, bro.
All day, yeah, yeah, yeah. All night, all night, ooh. All day, good girl, you got me. All day, yeah. Baby, yeah, yeah. Oh, good girl, you got me. All day, Barbados. Drink up all this, drink up all that. Get up and creep on me, all free. My baby, all sleep. You 10, all sick, you fresh, all fit. Yeah, Barbados. Oh, you up all this, drink up all that. Get up and creep
It's just a very simple group.
My baby, all sleep. You 10, all sick, you fresh, all fit. Cause I'm red pill in the street, true simp in the sheet. You've been with it, I got 1,000 bodies. I've been with 1,000 ladies, you know me. I got 1,000 bodies. I've been with 1,000 ladies, you know me. I got 1,000 bodies. I've been with 1,000 ladies.
You know what? Using Walter's broken English makes for good lyrics. Think about this. You repeat that? Yeah. I was using to think about this, think about that. But it makes for a really good cook.
That's catty. It's stuttering when you're talking.
You know me. I got 1,000 bodies. I've been with 1,000 bodies. You know me. I got 1,000 bodies. I've been with. I've been with 1,000. Now I'm rich, living it up. Now I'm rich, living it up, living it up, living it up. Now I'm rich. Living it up, now I'm rich. Living it up, living it up, living it up. All day,
that's good. That's dope.
All day, all night.
You gotta hear the last part.
All night.
I'm waiting.
Just a little couple keys. Couple keys.
All day, all
getting rich.
All night, ooh.
All right, folks. Still working through this one. Still have a couple more stems.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Send me all them tracks. I'm gonna do a mix.
You know, once I get through everything, then I have to master them.
Send me a track.
Make sure all the volume.
One day I'll set my turntables here and I'll spin all the tracks. Work through. It's good. It's good. Good job, man. Congratulations, sir.
Yeah, man. Hey, yo, listen.
Congratulations,
You didn't see me.
sir.
I was hyped up on.
Hey, you want some more of ABBA beats?
I think White Zaddy's already on Spotify and everything.
Is it?
Yeah. I'll probably do like a full release for just that one.
I ain't mad at it.
But the other ones I still have to work through.
So when are you dropping the album?
I don't know anything about that. All I know is, with all this extra time, you know what I mean? I'm spending a lot of time just working through these tracks. For everyone asking, is it me singing? Of course not. There's like 4 different voices. So the vocals, I write all the lyrics, and then I have this stuff generated when it comes to vocals. The other stuff is me. So that's the part that takes a lot of work, and that's the part that I'm spending all the time with all the transitions, all the different stems. But the vocals, I normally get something generated, and then I take that up and I cut it up, and then, that's all it is. Niggas thought, you singing? It's like 5 different voices. You think
You don't even have one
First,
voice.
I can't sing in one
Exactly.
voice. So how you think I do 5 different tones, different race?
Someone wrote ABBA and beats.
I don't know. Is that domestic violence or music?
Beats me.
All right.
But
with that said, guys, we had a lot of fun today. I just wanted to kind of end on some more of a chill note. I don't think I had. Yeah, no, I don't want to cover this stuff right now. I think we had a fun time for the stream. So we'll be back. There's some videos dropping tomorrow and throughout the whole week. So definitely look forward to that. For those who are wondering, what's going to happen to the live? The live's going private. You're not going to be able to watch it. If you weren't here to witness it, I don't know what to tell you.
Well, are they going to be able to? Is it on Patreon?
So, yes, that's the thing. But at the end of the day, we'll still have most of the major clips up. And then some of the other ones will probably go on a secondary channel if you want extra slides and stuff like that. So, also, if you guys can, please don't clip the song, especially when I don't have it in finished state. I will come for you. All right. Let me
Pause.
finish it.
Hey, yo.
All right.
Hey, yo.
All right.
Shit.
Y'all have a good night. Appreciate it.